Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel, Everything Pets Mario. To my returning subscribers, I say thank you very much for staying with me. If it's your first time coming across my video, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so we'll be able to notify you as soon as we have a new update. So today's topic will be the girl child education. Is it important? Is it necessary? And with me I have
Miss Blessing.
so Miss Blessing happens to be my senior colleague in the field and my tutor. So let's go into the main business of today. There's this popular saying that it's not necessary sending a girl child to school. That last, her education will end in the kitchen. So Miss B, what do you have to say about that?
Well, first thing first, education is not just all about reading, knowing how to read and write. Okay? We also educate the mind. That's why we have the formal and the informal education. So when you talk about training the girl child, is it the formal education or the informal education?
I think we'll be talking about both of them.
Okay. When you educate the mind of every child, not just the girl child, when you educate the mind, these are what you see tomorrow in the future. Like, we go on and on to see what we've educated their mind. Very important. Before you start talking about reading, writing, speaking, the mind is very important. So that brings me to that point of saying educating the girl child, either formally or informally, does not just end in the kitchen. Because there are some that they have this skill acquired. It's still an education, you know. So it does not end there in the kitchen. They'll be productive. So the girl child is just like a fertile ground. Whatever you plant there, it's what you harvest. Okay? If you go to the farm and you sow corn, you will not expect to reap maybe orange or something. So the formal education or the informal education, the informal necessarily is not going to school to bag degrees now. You just train the child to be useful to the society, to himself as well, to herself rather, to herself and to the society. This one is being informal, okay? You are being informal here. You should know what is good and what is bad. You're being formal. Then bagging a degree, go to school, equip yourself to be resourceful so that you'll be a helpmate to your husband. That is when you decide to get married. But even when you do not get married, at least you'll be resourceful to the society. That one is just getting your formal education. So it cannot, there's no relationship. Yeah, definitely, whether you are educated or you are not educated, you will have to visit the kitchen. Okay? You will have to visit the kitchen. So if the child is not trained, the child will go to the kitchen tomorrow. Either the male child or the girl child. They will go to the kitchen. Now, if it is the girl child, whether you are formally trained or informally trained, you will still go and visit the kitchen. So in my own opinion, the girl child's education does not just end in the kitchen. It goes beyond the kitchen. It goes beyond the kitchen.
Okay, Miss B, this popular saying, like it happens very well in the Igbo land. Okay, if the girl child at the end of the day she ends up being in the kitchen, maybe to them, not to me, there's no point sending her to school. You understand? Maybe she should just go learn a trade and get married and stay in the kitchen.
Okay, the kitchen is not meant for only one person. Well, training the girl child, training the child, not just the girl child, because even these days they are becoming tired of training the male child as well, for fear of them ending up being problem to the society.
Please don't bring the male child.
I'm bringing it here. So,
No.
training the girl
Leave the
child.
male child out of
Training the
this.
girl child has no relationship with just the kitchen. Okay?
Okay,
The
yeah.
girl child goes beyond being in the kitchen. Actually, we can just say it's a hobby. The kitchen is just like a hobby. It's added. You understand? We can do lots more than being in the kitchen. So when you bag the degrees, you go face your career, you come back and still visit the kitchen because it's